Hello students, welcome to Arihant English Medium School, Solapur online classes. Today we are going to learn standard 6th subject mathematics, lesson number 5 decimal fraction part 2. In part 1 we learned decimal fractions, addition and subtraction. Okay, now in this part we will see the converting improper fraction into the decimal fraction and converting the decimal fraction into the improper fraction. Okay, so for that some rules are there students that we will see first. What is the first rule? See, if there are more digits in the numerator than the zeros in the denominator, then count how many places from the right as the number of zeros and place the decimal points before those digits. Means what? See here, one example I'll show you. 468 upon 10 is equal to 64.8 is there. Means here there are more digits in the numerator. See here, the digits in the numerator are 3 digits are there, and the denominator 2 digits are there. And how many zeros are there? See students, here only 1 0 is there. So what we have to do? See here, zeros, place the decimal points before those digits. Means what? 1 0 is there, means here we have to count before that one digit. We have to write the decimal point. Okay, what we have to do? Place the decimal point before those digits. How many number of the zeros are there? That many digits we have to count. If instead of there here 100 is there, means we have to count the 2 digits. Okay, we have to count the 2 digits from the right hand side to the left hand side. Now here also see in the second question, see here 2 zeros are there, so we have to count the 2 digits from the right to the left, that is 98.75. okay, this is the first rule. Now what is the second rule? See here, if there are as many digits in the numerator as zeros in the denominator. Okay, total how many zeros are there in the denominator, that many digits only are there in the numerator. Means what we have to do? That we will see, place the decimal point in before the numerator in the numerator and a 0 in the integers place. Means what? That we will see by the example. See here, 3 upon 10 is there, 3 upon 10. Now how many zeros are there here? 1 0 is there, and in the numerator also 1 digit is there. Means here what is the condition they told? There are as many digits in the numerator as the zeros. Means 0 also one digit 1 is there, and here at the numerator also 1 digit is there. So what we have to do? Before of that numerator we have to place 0 before in front of that. If we are writing so many zeros in front of the digit, its value is not changing. So what we have to do? We have to place a 0 in front of that. Okay, and then we have to count only 1 digit is there, 1 0 is there, so we have to place the decimal point before only 1 digit. Before 1 digit means count from the right hand side to the left hand side. Means here it will come 0.3. see here 0.3 is there, and the next one, see here 815 divided by the 1000, 815 divided by the 1000. 3 zeros are there, and here 3 digits are there. So what we have to do? We have to place 1 0 before this integer or before this number. Now here 3 zeros are there, so 3 zeros count from the right to the left, 1 2 3. So here we have to write the number, that is 0.815. okay students, these two rules are there. And again we will see the another rule. If there are few digits in the numerator than the zeros in the denominator, place the zeros before the digits in the numerator to make the total number of the digits equal to the total number of the zeros in the denominator. Place a decimal point before them and a 0 in the integers place. Means what? See here, by after seeing the example we can understand. See here, 9 upon 100 is there. 9 upon 100 is there. Here very less digits are there in the numerator than the zeros. In the denominator 2 zeros are there, and in the numerator only 1 digit is there. So what they told, see here, place zeros before the digits in the numerator. Means 9 upon 100 is there. Here how many zeros are there? That many digits we want in the numerator. So here 2 zeros are there, that's why 2 digits I took. Now if we are increasing zeros, writing zeros in front of the before the number will not change. That's why you can write the adds so many zeros in front of that number. Okay, now here 2 digits are there, that's why we have to count the 2 digits. Okay, that is from right to the left, 1 2. Now here we can give the point, means that place a decimal point before them and a 0 in the integers place. At the integer place 0 is there, and here we can write the point, that is the answer is 0.09. We can write this example also. See here, 81 divided by the 1000. Now here 3 zeros are there, and here only 81 is there. So we can add 1 0 here, and this 0 is at the integers place. So count 1 2 3, that is 0.081. Okay, like this 3 rules we are using. I hope all of you understood these 3 rules. What is the first rule? See, the first rule is, if there are more digits in the numerator than the zeros in the denominator, then count how many zeros are there, and then how many place from the right as the number of the zeros, and place the decimal points before those digits. And second one is, if there are as many digits in the numerator as zeros in the denominator, place a decimal point in the before the numerator, and at the integers place we have to write the 0. And the last one is what? If there are few digits in the numerator than the zeros in the denominator, what we have to do? Write the zeros and make a equal number of the digits, and then place the decimal point before them, and a 0 is at the integers place. Okay, now what we learned there, converting the improper fraction into decimal fraction we learned. Now converting the decimal fraction into improper fraction, that we will see. This is very easy. See, when converting decimal fraction into the improper fraction, we write the number we get by ignoring the decimal points. Here we have to ignore the decimal point in the numerator, and in the denominator we write 1 followed by as many zeros as their decimal places in the given number. Means what? By example we will see. See here, 37.5 is given. Now after decimal point, how many digits are there, students? Yes, only 1 digit is there, no? So what we have to write here? Ignore the decimal point in the numerator and write it is like a number. So it is 375 it will come. Now in the denominator 1 we have to write, and 1 followed by as many zeros as there were decimal places in the given number, they told. Means after decimal point, how many digits are there? Only 1 digit. That's why we have to add here only 1 0. Okay, now here in the second example, see here 0.06 is there. Okay, so here ignore the decimal point. After decimal point, how many digits are there? 2 digits are there. So after 1 we have to write the 2 zeros, that is 6 upon 100. Correct? No, this second one is very easy, no students? We can write it very easily. Okay, now we will see the practice set 15, which is based on this one. Write the proper number in the empty boxes, they told. Say question is given here, we have to write the correct answers. Okay, now here 3 upon 5 is there, and here at the denominator they given 10 students. So for 5 we have to do the multiplication of such a number when the denominator it will come the 10. Okay, means in 5 table 10 is there at second place, that's why 5 2s are 10. Whatever we are multiplying to the denominator, the same number should be multiplied to the numerator. If we are multiplying to 2 to the 5, then we have to multiply 2 with to the 3 also, that is 5 2s are 10 and 3 2s are 6. And here this one we have to convert into decimal number. Here this is in the form of the improper fraction. We have to convert into decimal number. That's why now see here how many zeros are there, students? Only one zero is there, and here 6 is there. Means only one digit we have to take from the left to the right to the left, that is 0.6 is coming. Okay, now second number, see 28 upon 25 upon 8. Now here they given here multiplication, 8 is multiplied by the 125. Okay, so whatever we are multiplying the number to the denominator, the same number we have to multiply to the numerator also. 8 into 125 is already given 1000, students, and here answer also given 3.125. Okay, when we are multiplying 25 into 125, then the answer will 3125. It will come, the multiplication of 125 into 25 is how much coming, students? 3125. By 25 table we can do the multiplication. Now here how many zeros are there in the denominator, students? Yes, 3 zeros are there. So we have to count the 3 digits from the right hand side to the left hand side. Okay, that is 3.125. Okay, 3.125. Now here again third one example is given, 21 upon 2. 21 upon 2 is given. In 2 table 10 is there, students, at 5th place, like this first example. Okay, 2 5s are 10 and 21 5s are 105. Now here how many zeros are there? Only 1 zero. So therefore count only one digit from the left to the right and there place the point, that is 10.5, students. Okay, and the fourth example, see here, fourth example is 22 upon 40. 22 upon 40 both are divisible by 2, no? See here, when we are dividing 22 by 2, 2 ones are 2 and here this is 0, again 2, 2 ones are 2. The quotient is what here? 11. So I wrote here 11, student. And 40 also divisible by 2. 2 2s are 4 and this 0 as it is, 2 zeros are 0. That's why 11 upon 20 here. Now here we have in question already they given 20 is multiplied by the 5. So the same number we have to multiply to the numerator also. 20 5s are 100 and 11 5s are 55. Here 55 upon 100 is there, 2 zeros are there. So count the 2 digits here, 1 2 and place at the integer place. 0 we have to write at the integers place, that is 0.55. Okay, so now we will see the second question. Convert the given fraction into decimal fraction. Okay, means like this, like just now we learned in a first question, like that only is there. We have to convert this given fraction into decimal fraction. Means decimal means what? At a denominator we want the 100, 10, 100, 1000, means 10 times multiple of the 10 we want at the denominator. What we want at the denominator, students? 10 times multiple of the 10. Okay, so 3 upon 4 is there. In 4 table 10 is not there, students. Okay, and if we are multiplying this 4 by 25, 25 4s are 100 is there, no? Whatever number we are multiplying to the denominator, the same number we have to multiply to the numerator also, students. Okay, 25 4s are 100, 25 3s are 75. Now here 2 zeros are there, so count 2 digits from the right to the left and at the integer place we have to place the 0, that is the answer is 0.75. Now here also see 4 upon 5 is there. In 5 table 10 is there, so 5 2s are 10. Multiply the same number to the numerator also. Okay, 4 2s are 8, one digit is there, so take one digit from the left to the right, that is 0.8. Okay, and the next third one, see students, 9 upon 8 is there. In 8 table 10 is not there, and when we are increasing the 8 table, in that also 100 it will not come. When we are multiplying 8 by 125, then we will get the 1000. Means what we want at the denominator, students? Just now I told we want at the denominator 10 or 10 times multiple of the 10. 10 or 10 times multiple of the 10 we want, means at denominator we want either 10, 100, 1000 or 10,000, like these numbers we want at the denominator. Okay, so here 3 zeros are there, so count the 3 digits from the right to the left, that is 1.125. Remaining example also like this only we have to solve, students, here. And the last fifth one, see, 36 upon 40 is there. Now 36 and 40 both are divisible by 4 because both are present in 4 table. 4 nines are 36 and 4 tens are 40. So 9 upon 10 is there. One digit is there. Only one digit we have to count, that is 0.9, students. Okay. Now question number 3c, convert the decimal fraction into common fraction. In question number 2, what they given? They given fraction and we have to convert into the decimal number. Now in this question what they given? They given the decimal fraction and we have to convert into the common fraction. The conversion of common fraction is very easy. Just now I told for you in conversion. Okay, what we have to do? Just we have to ignore the decimal point and write the number at the numerator, and after decimal point how many digits are there, that many zeros we have to follow after 1. Okay, now see here in first question 27.5 is there. After point 1 digit is there, that's why 10 we wrote after 1 here. Now 0.007 is there, ignore the decimal point and write here. After point how many zeros are there? Yes, 3 zeros are there, so we have to write after 1 3 zeros. Now here only one digit is there, that's why 908 upon 10. Now here 39.15 is there, students, that is 15. So after point 2 digits are there, that's why after 1 we have to write the 2 zeros and ignore the point in the numerator, that is 3915 upon 100. And here also same thing, 312 we have to write, and after point 2 digits are there, that's why after 1 2 zeros we have to add. Conversion of decimal fraction into common fraction is very easy, students. Just we have to ignore the decimal point in the denominator, and after decimal point how many digits are there, that many zeros we have to follow after 1. Okay, now multiplication of decimal fraction, this we will learn now. Multiplication of decimal fraction also very easy, students, like addition and subtraction of the decimal numbers. Okay, now see here, question is given, if 317 into 45 is equal to 14,265, then what is the answer of 3.17 into 4.5? This we can solve by the two methods, students. Here after point 2, this is 1 and 2 digit, and here again one, total 3 digits are there. Means for answer we can count 3 digits from the left side to the right hand side to the left, that is 1 2 3, that is 14.265. by this method also we can solve, and by this method also we can solve. After point here 2 digits are there, so we converted it into first improper fraction, that is 317 upon 100 into 45 upon 100. Okay, now here 317 into 45, already the answer is given for us, that is 14,265. And here 100 into 10 it will come 1000. So total 3 digits are there, so count 3 digits from the right hand side to the left hand side, that is 14.265. Okay, so the next question also like this only, same whatever we learned in a first example, the same question is repeated here also, like that pattern only, that is 503 into 217 is equal to 1,09,151. Then what will be the answer of 5.03 into 2.17? So the same method we have to use here. So at the denominator total here, after point 2 and 2 means after point 4 digits are there, so we have to write the 4 zeros at the denominator, and the multiplication of 503 into 217 is already given, 1,09,151. So do the count now. How many zeros are there? 4 zeros are there. So here also we have to count the 4 digits from the right to the left side. That is 10.9151. Okay. Now question number 3 is given multiplication. Like that only multiplication. Here also same thing. 2.7 into 1.4. 2.7 after point 1 digit is there, so denominator write 10. Here also after point 1 digit is there, write the denominator 10. So 27 into 14 we have to do the multiplication. 27 into 14. 27 into 14 it will come 378. 10 into 10 100. 2 digits are there, that's why count the 2 digits from the right to the left. So it will come 3.78 students. Okay, like that only second and third example also we have to solve by the same method. Now question number 4, see, Virendra bought how many kgs of rice? See, 18 bags of rice, 18 bags of rice Virendra bought, and each bag weighing is 5.250 kg. What is the weight of each bag? 5.250 kg. How much ride did he buy altogether? And if the rice cost 42 rupees per kg, how much did he pay for it? Okay, first of all we have to see that the total weight of rice. That is, total he bought 18 bags and one bag weight is 5.250. So here for finding the answer we have to do the multiplication, students. That is, weight of rice bought altogether is equal to weight of each bag of rice into number of the bags of rice bought. Total he bought 18 bags and weight of each bag is 5.250. After multiplication we will get the answer 94.500 kg, means he bought 94.500 kg of rice, and 1 kg of rice cost is 42 rupees. So total he bought 94.500 kg. So for that again what we have to do? Yes, we have to do the multiplication. Correct. 94.5 into 42. 94.500 or 5 both are same only, no? Because after 5 there are the zeros. That is 500 or 5 both are same only. When after multiplication of 94.5 into 42, the answer is how much? 3,969 rupees. Means Virendra should pay 3,969 rupees to the shopkeeper for the total rice, that is 94.5 kg of the rice. Okay, now we will see the division of the decimal fraction, like the multiplication of the decimal fraction. In division of the decimal fraction, what we have to see, that we will see now. The same method is there in the division of the decimal fraction. 4.8 divided by 2 is given. Okay, so after point 1 digit is there, that's why 48 upon 10 we wrote. And instead of division what we have to write here? Instead of division here we have to write the multiplication sign. Okay, and take the reciprocal of the 2, that is 2 upon 1 becomes 1 upon 2. Reciprocal means what? The numerator term goes to the denominator and denominator term goes to the numerator, students. Okay, here 2 upon 1 is there. When instead of the division we are writing the multiplication, then we have to take the reciprocal of the second number. Reciprocal of the second number, that is 2 upon 1 is there, means 1 upon 2. Okay, now here 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 4s are 8, means 24 upon 10 is there. After here how many zeros are there, students? Yes, only 1 0 is there, so count 1 digit here only, that is 2.4. yes, correct answer. Now second one, see, 17.5 is there. After point only 1 digit is there, so ignore the decimal point in the numerator and write 1 0 at the denominator followed by the 1. Now here instead of the division again we have to do the multiplication and the reciprocal of the second number, that is 5 upon 1 becomes 1 upon 5. 5 ones are 5, 5 threes are 15. How many remain? Yes, how many remain, students? Yes, 2 remains. Okay, 25 it is now. 5 5s are 25. 35 upon 10 means 1 0 is there, so count only one digit, that is 3.5. Okay, the last one also like this only you have to do, students. Now we will see the question number 2. A road is 4 km and 800 meter long. What is the road's distance is there? How much it is? 4 km and 800 meter long. If trees are planted on both sides at interval of 9.6 meter, how many trees were planted? So see here, the road length is 4 km and 800 meter long is there, and on the both interval of the side means both sides we have to plant the trees at 9.6 meter each. 9.6 meter each means we have to divide that road, that is 4 km and 800 meter road, we have to divide into 9.6 part. 9.6, each part should be 9.6 kilometers. We have to divide it into the equal parts, all equal parts, and each equal part should be 9.6 meters. So how many trees we were planted on both sides? First of all, we will find for the one side, and for that answer we have to do the multiplication by 2. Then we will get the total number of the trees whichever planted on the both sides. Okay, see, the total length of the road is 4 km and 800 meter means what? When we are converting 4 km into meters, it will come 4000 meter plus 800 meter, it will come 4800 meter. The length of the road is 4800 meter. Now distance between the two plants, here what they told, we have to at the interval of 9.6 kilometer, 9.6 meter they told, means here the distance between the two plants it will come 9.6 meter. Now here we have to do the division, no, because we have to divide that into each equal parts. Equal parts we have to divide means we have to do the division. Number of the trees planted on each side of the road is the total length of the road divided by the distance between the plants, that is 4800 divided by 9.6 meter. 4800 divided by 9.6 meter. Okay, then ignore the point and then we have to do the division, and afterwards we have to take that point number. Okay, so how many what is the number of the trees are coming, students? 500 it will come, but it is only for the one side, no? Here we have to plant on the both the sides, students. On the two sides we have to plant, that is total number of the trees planted on both sides of the road is equal to number of trees planted on each side of the road into 2, that is 500 into 2 is equal to 1000 trees, means here thus the number of trees planted on both sides of the road is 1000. Okay, now question number 3C, students. This is the last question. Pradnya exercise regularly by walking along a circular path of the field. She walks the circular path. If she walks a distance of 3.825 km in 9 rounds, means total how many rounds she does? She does 9 rounds. She walks, and how much does she walk in one round? This is the total distance she walked in a 9 rounds, students. So what we have to find here, in a one round how much distance is there, that much we have to find. Okay, so for this what we have to do? Yes, correct. Here also we have to do the division, no? This is the total 9 rounds calculation is given, 9 round distance is given. Here we have to find for only 1 round distance. Okay, so distance walked by the Pradnya in 1 round of the path is equal to total distance walked by the Pradnya in 9 round of the path divided by the 9. Okay, that is 3.825 divided by the 9. We have to do, students. See here, that is here after point 3 digits are there, that's why 3 zeros we wrote at the denominator. Now instead of the division we have to write the multiplication and write the reciprocal of the second number, that is 9 upon 1 is 1 upon 9. Now do the division. 9 ones are 9, 9 fours are 36. How much remain? 2 remain, that is 22. In 9 table 22 is not there, less than 22 it is. 9 2s are 18. How much remain? 4, and here 5 is there, that is 45. In 9 table 45 is there, 9 5s are 45. Okay, so the answer is 425/1000. Now 3 zeros are there, so count 3 digits from the right to the left and place at the place here 0 at the integers place, means one round of path distance is 0.425 kilometer, that is 425 meters. Okay students, I hope all of you understood this topic, how to do the multiplication and division of the decimal fraction, how to do the conversion of decimal fraction into the improper fraction and improper fraction into the decimal fraction. Okay students, thank you.